I'll have to deal with these yellow bars. But whatever. But yeah. He said he couldn't be bothered to make a character, so I made him this. He is Sly. His ability is to turn invisible with a cloak. Although technically he can give the cloak to other people. Anyway, I'm starting the recording now. Hello there, everyone. It's been a while, hasn't it? Well, school got in the way, but long story short, it's not in the way anymore. Although disappointment awaits us most likely, for now, it's break time, so just enjoy the break time. We will. Welcome back to Coalescent Power. Let me go play the opening now. And to be honest, I've kind of forgotten where we are in the game. So I'm just gonna go read out the notes I have out loud, and that'll be our
I,
recap for what's
I,
happened so far. And then I'll wing it from there. Oh yeah, it's been a while since I listened to this song. I'm so glad I can finally listen to it again. Alright, let me see the notes. Alright, nothing too important there. Oh, where's my... here's my rules. Alright, that's all good and set up. Oh, there's still one last thing I haven't set up yet. I guess, to make a long story short, currently we are, uh, what's your name again? Astrinius? Went to look for Iris after she went away to do something since she wasn't coming back in a while. And then while we were looking for her, we came across some weird-looking creatures that look like goblins, and they're kind of hostile, and they're going to fight, and we're gonna fight. And the reason all that's happening is because we learned that Iris is like super edgy with a backstory, and she wants revenge for killing someone that she liked and stuff. And you, Astrinius, kind of just got dragged along unwillingly because you accidentally picked up the girlfriend's book, and which you're now using as your own.
Pointer Steepers.
Oh, cool! There's a pointer. I didn't know that was a thing. Epic. All right, so apparently there's a goblin here, and it's got red on it. What does that mean?
Uh,
And what are the stats for these? I should have their stats. I believe I
as I
custom made
remember,
them
it
their stats. They're
was,
not based off the handbook, not entirely at least.
I thought, was kind of dead.
Yeah, I think the red mark means you killed it.
Yes. Then suddenly two of its body showed up.
Yes, there's two more buddies. So uh, if any of you viewers, if you guys do exist, are watching, you may have noticed there's a Shadow the Hedgehog character here. So we were actually hoping we would get another player to play with us, but he's a no-show right now. I chatted him a little while ago in hopes that he might show up, but I'm not getting my hopes up. So yeah, just ignore that guy for now. And for now, hold on, let me. find some fitting music for the scene, and let's get this on. Just
Okay.
give it time. Give me some time. And you know what? This will probably work. There.
Ooh.
Alright. You turn around and notice two gobos. Since they look exactly like gobos, you've decided you're just gonna accept that they are definitely very much gobos. You killed one, they noticed that, and now they're very angry. They take out their daggers and growl angrily at ya. And now it's a fight. So there's two of them, so let me mark down Goblin A. In case you've forgotten, I count up the damage, not count down. And I won't be writing down their max HP, only how much damage you've dealt so far.
Okay.
Although I might decide later on that it's fine if you know how much max HP enemies and stuff have. For now, I'm deciding you are not gonna know that stuff.
Okay.
Alright, I also don't roll initiative in case you forgot. Alright, let me rename these as Goblin A and Goblin B.
Goblin these nuts. Sorry.
Well, what do you know? The goblins go first and they actually have surprise on you. I'm just joking. Alright, what's your initiative? 14. The gobos have 14 initiative as well, but since you are the player, you have player privileges. You get to go first. What do you do?
Okay.
You are currently, to describe the battlefield, you're in a very dirty, smelly, dark alleyway in the city of, I forgot the name. And there's dumpsters and stuff, and it reeks of blood. It's a little dark, but there's blood on your feet. And yeah, it's a narrow hallway. The goblins, they have knives and look at you angrily and are around, I'll say 10 meters away. So you can just move forward and get into melee range, and they can do the same. Going backwards is possible, but you can only go backwards another, I'd say just 5 meters, and then you hit a fence gate wall.
Okay.
So
the
the first
thing
move
I
goes
do,
to you. How do?
I move 5 meters up front. Then I use a spell, my magical Eldritch Blast.
Oh yeah, the typical warlock thing. Alright. Let's go ahead and roll your attack. I forgot about my dice. You just need to roll a d20, and according to your spell list here on your character sheet, you add +5 to that d20 roll, and that's you to hit.
Roll. Oof. 7 plus 5, that's
7 plus 5.
12.
That is a 12. Am I correct?
Yep.
Alright. Yeah, so that actually hits.
Woo!
So now you get to roll damage, which according to Eldritch Blast, it is 1d10 damage you get to roll. So, roll your damage.
Yes! 5.
You're dealt 5 damage?
Yep.
Alright. Who were you targeting? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. They're the same either way. You deal 5 damage to one goblin. You move up close to the gobos, prepared to fight. You open the book, you move in closer so you can get a better aim. The dark magic of the Forbidden Codex flips around. The gobos look a little scared, but they're prepared to fight you nonetheless, no matter what you put at them. Whether that's because they're brave or they really are just not smart enough to realize that they're in real terrible shit, you do not know, but regardless, you manage to successfully fire a blast of dark energy towards one gobbo, hitting it straight in the face. Its nose gets broken, and the middle of its face is now nothing but a bloody red mess. It looks very worse for wear, but as long as it's alive, it seems it's willing to fight regardless of its pain and injury. It tries to howl. The injured goblin tries to howl at you, but its face and mouth is kind of destroyed, so it no longer has the ability to speak.
Mug.
And I guess that's your turn. Alright, so one gobbo decides to become bigger apparently. It goes close to you while the other remains far away. And they both attack. The one that runs towards you tries to plunge its knife into your stomach, while the other scrounges around in the ground, picks up a tiny little pebble, and throws it at you. So, that is a 4, plus 4, that is an 8. And then for the second attack, a 15, plus 4, 19.
Oof.
So, do any of those hit?
My armor class is only 12, so yeah, the other one hits.
Alright, only one attack hits, and that's the pebble throw.
You throwing rocks at me?
So that is 1d4 plus 2 bludgeoning damage. It hits you for the max damage of 6 damage.
Wow.
Wow. How much HP do you have? Oh wow, okay, yikes. You're a little squishy.
I forgot.
I forgot that as well, yes. Alright, so the injured goblin tries to lunge at you, but it seems to have a hard time aiming properly, so you manage to dodge it easily. But then you fail to notice the other goblin throwing a pebble at you, and it almost comes super close to hitting your left eye. But it just barely misses. It still hits. There's like the pebble it grabbed was like really sharp and stuff. So now your eye is a little bleeding, and now you're blind on one eye as it's crying tears of red tears of blood, as the pain is a little too much. But regardless, you can still stand, and it is now your turn.
6 damage, right?
Yes, the goblin that threw the rock at you laughs at you mockingly.
Let me check my item.
Yeah, take your time. I don't impose any time limits to turns in combat on my players.
Forgot, dark picture, dark vision. Hey. That's picture. Oh yeah, saan pala yung mga items pala?
It should be below your spells. significant items.
Oh, there it is.
You got the
Oh,
Forbidden
there.
Codex, your armor, and daggers.
That was useless. So, okay. So, wait, let me move
By the
next.
way, since one gobbo is within melee range of you, you kinda have a hard time trying to escape now.
Yeah.
Because if you try to move away from the threatened space, they'll attack of opportunity you.
Okay. How many spaces? I only moved 12. Okay, okay.
Things
Okay, I
ain't
moved.
looking too good. You might have to come up with something a little bit more clever to deal with these rather deadly creatures.
Yeah. Sorry,
Perhaps using a few more powerful spells will not hurt too much. Might be called for. Hint, hint. It says here you have one slot already used up. I'm pretty sure that's wrong, so I'm just gonna say you still have 2 of your spell slots.
So probably I'm just gonna use. Okay, I'm gonna use command. Oh,
Aha.
I
Let
use
me.
one of my
Hmm?
spells ata to. Yes, yes. Catnip pala yung cat trip pala yung Eldritch. That's all.
Yes. Let me read what command does. Let's see here. First level. Wait, is it a patron spells? Ah, it is command. You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. The spell has no effect if the target is undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it. Some typical commands of your fast follow, blah blah blah. Are you sure this is what you want to do?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Same language, right?
Hmm? Well,
Same
I mean,
language.
yeah, I guess that is a potential threat.
Well, I was gonna command to drop since it says the target drops whenever. Oh wait.
Force them to
Okay.
disarm their weapon. That can
Yep.
work.
Or halt na lang. The target doesn't move and takes no action.
Alright. Who are you casting the command spell to?
Since it's kind of dangerous, may long range in the back, so I'm use command on Goblin B to stay.
Alrighty then. I guess I'll make my wisdom saving throw. What is your spell save? 13. Unfortunately, I rolled a 17.
Oh wow! Huh?
Well, this is a little bad. What happens if the spell fails?
When this song.
Nothing happens apparently. Yikes. Alright. You whisper some magical incantations aiming at the goblin from far away. It seems to affect the goblin, but for for some reason, it seems to have a powerful will you weren't expecting from what looked like low intelligence creature. and it was able to avoid your enchantment. And I guess that's your turn.
Does just mean I'm more dumber than the goblin, huh?
Yikes, it seems so. Alright, it is now the Gobbo's turn again. Once again, they're gonna try stabbing and throwing rocks at you.
God damn it.
That is a 21
Oh, wow.
and a 19. Okay then. So they both hit. And they both deal 6 damage, max aka max damage, and 4 damage respectively for a total of 10 damage.
Congrats to you,
Wow.
God. I'll be meeting you, God.
Alright, so you get knocked unconscious.
Cool.
Alright, so the gobble stabs at you again, but it stabs at you from your blind side, you know, the one eye that got blinded, so you weren't able to see it coming. You get shanked in your kidney, and you fall to the ground in pain. As you were fearing that your life would finally be over, and you look at the second goblin picking up a much larger and sharper looking rock this time. As it was about to throw it to you, suddenly the gobos look up with a surprised and confused face with them. And after a while of that seeming look of bewilderment on them, they just suddenly decide to leave you alone and go away. You try to follow after them, but you're a little 0 HP. You're a little too 0 HP to try doing that. So unfortunately, you kind of just collapse on the ground, unconscious. Uh, Lots of questions and mysteries there, but for now, you're glad that all you're still going to live another day for now.
But I wanna see Jesus. Oh, wait. Satan pala. Mali pala. I'm a demon.
Yeah, other way around. Also, there's no Christian mythos in this world.
Oh, then. I forgot.
All
I'm
right,
not
so
much of a...
you were knocked a little unconscious. I'm just gonna go ahead and put you back to full proper stats again, cause the next day you wake up in a hospital. Looks like some people were able to see you, and you were able to get treated in a hospital. Wait, you're a demon, and this is a city of humans. With that, I don't think. And also, you're wanted. Wait, no. So, hmm. How do you not die here?
I'm a sleep with the dead goblin, so I make it as a
Alright, hold
pillow.
on. Let me read my notes.
Make the goblin as my pillow.
Yeah. So, this encounter was never meant to be lethal. Whether you win or lose, I was always gonna just let the gobos not do anything to you. But I
But I'm
just
just...
realized, story wise, there's no reason anyone would want to save you. You know, maybe I should just put in Sly here. He finds you unconscious and saves you. And I'll just have him be an NPC for now. You know what? Yeah, I'll roll with that. Let me just get rid of this gobos. Alright, so, you awaken to the sound of some static noise. In line with the static noise is a voice. Seemingly, someone is reporting something, and you soon realize what you're hearing is a TV news broadcast. The broadcast is talking about some disappearances. You feel groggy and in pain. You look down and notice your wounds have been treated, but you are not in a hospital. In fact, it seems you're in some sort of house, but you don't recognize this place. And finally, you notice there's a guy that isn't a human, but is in fact a fellow demon. He seems to notice that you are awake now, and oh, so you're finally awake. I saw you in the street there by chance, and I decided, a fellow demon's gotta help a fellow demon in need. Yeah, yeah, he says, since I figured no one would actually bother in this human city.
Yep.
So, in case you're wondering, this place isn't actually mine. I I kind of just I stole the house, I guess you could say. No one lives here anymore, but at the same time, the house hasn't been demolished, and no one else has bothered to take the house yet either. Apparently, there used to be like a girl that lived here on her own, but she hasn't been back for a couple of weeks now. Anyway, you were napping quite nicely there. About 12 hours, I'd say. So, yeah, I'd imagine I'd get at least a thank you. By the way, the name is Lai.
Hello? Slow.
Get the feeling you're about to be indebted by someone once again. Just like with Iris.
Yep. I got two more now. So probably ask a question. Did you see any goblins on your way to find me?
Alright, you asked that, and Sly looks at you uh, with a face that is filled with both surprise and confusion. Goblins? Those those creatures are fictional. There's no such thing in the real world. Have you been watching too much anime? There is that anime running right now that has a lot of goblins. But no. No, I haven't. Well, you mean to tell me you were attacked by goblins and that's why you're like this?
Yes. Also, did you see the dead body near where I fall asleep?
Dead body, huh? Ah, well, that alley did smell of blood. Oh, there was a woman, but that was all I saw. I reported that anonymously to the police. I'm sure the authorities will handle whoever criminal did that. It's none of my business, though.
A woman? But how come the body suddenly fell?
It appears the dead body of the woman that you found was indeed there, but as for the goblin that you originally killed, it wasn't there anymore, according to Sly. That is what you got. That is the information that you gather.
Okay. Well, I want to say thank you for helping me. So, tell me where I am now.
Uh, So you try to say thank you and leave? I assume that's what you were trying to do?
Probably since Pirates is in my apartment, right?
Hmm? Uh, no, you're not in your apartment.
Yep. So my second question is, where am I gonna?
Yeah, Sly already told you. You're still in the city. This is a house that I kind stole, but technically didn't.
Okay. Hmm.
Settle down there before you stand up and stuff. You are still just freshly recovering from your injuries. I ain't exactly a professional. All I did was patch up your wounds and allow your body do its natural regeneration process. Although, if you really are thankful, you should be aware that us demons, we like our contracts and stuff. What do you say then? Once you fully recover, a favor for another favor, yeah? It'll be quick, I promise. I know you probably didn't mean to get into the scrap that you did.
Okay.
But by the looks of things, you look like you have nothing better to do, so what do you say? Why not help a fellow demon hiding in a city in need, eh?
Well, since save me, so yeah, yeah. So what is this contract?
Alright, so to make a long story short, I'm I'm a bit of a bounty hunter in this city.
Hmm?
Uh, hold on. I'm currently on a bit of a mission to track down someone and stuff. I'm in the midst of uncovering a mystery. The demon city really wasn't doing it good for me. I thought I'd be more free if I ran away from all the politics surrounding that place right now, what with the war going on. And I figured this city was the next best thing for me. I have to wear a disguise, but I get to make a wacky living. And I even get to play hero or villain sometimes. Depends on the missions people bring me. And as long as they're paying good. So, hold on. You probably noticed the news. There's some missing persons cases right now happening. The police are working hard to try to solve it and stuff, but so far, no luck. One of the people who's a victim, well, not a victim, but a friend of theirs, a victim, uh, growing impatient with the police, has decided to ask little old me to help investigate the missing persons cases. And I do have a lead already, and I'm planning on investigating that lead. But it seems like a pretty dangerous place if you get what I'm saying. Now, I'm pretty confident in my skills, but it would be nice if I got some help. So, all you have to do is accompany me in the investigation. How does that sound? In the infiltration, rather, I mean.
Yeah, since I'm indebted to you, sure, why not?
Epic. Alright, then, how about we introduce each other to the abilities that we got so we can form a proper plan. Uh, you're still a little injured. Let's start the infiltration in let's say 2 days time. But so before then, allow me to catch you up to speed. Can you stand up? You try to you nod and try to stand up slowly. Although it is painful, you manage to do so. And Sly's like, great, now follow me. This room is where I keep track of all my notes. And so Sly leaves to a nearby room, and you follow suit. And it's basically like those in those detective noir films you see. There's like a wall, and plastered on the wall are like lines and maps and all sorts of messy looking stuff that to Sly probably seems to be coherent, but to you it's just absolute gobbledygook. Hey, by the way, how smart is did I make Sly? He's average intelligence. Okay, so his his scribblings and notes probably make as little sense to him as it does to you. But it's the best that he can do. You can tell that he's been working for quite some time, rigorously for this. Uh, although what strikes, although you can barely understand, you do notice there's some pictures of people and a few other pictures. Some pictures have like weird silhouettes that you can't make out, but there are pictures that seems to be like police photo thingies, mostly of women. Actually, they're all women's pictures, and you recognize one of the pictures. You can't possibly forget that strikingly stunning blue hair. It's Iris. This seems to catch your attention, and Sly does not fail to notice it. Something in my notes, something in this room catch your eye. Astra, Astrinius, sir. I'm just gonna assume the two of you already share your names. I don't think you guys already did that, but let's say you guys already did.
Yeah, I know her. She's the one. She's the beach. Oh wait, I mean she's acquaintance I've known.
Hmm? Who? Sly asked, to which point you point at the picture of Iris. Ah, yeah, she's one of the missing people that was reported. She is apparently wanted, and now she's gone ahead and got made herself go missing. Well, the police, Guy in particular, that's the name of the current chief. His name is Guy Verde, is saying that her disappearance, along with the sudden disappearance of the other people, could potentially be connected and stuff. Yeah? Implying that this girl right here, your acquaintance, might be the culprit. But what do you think?
Hmm. Oh wait,
Because based on my notes here,
nakatago. Di ba nang tumatago tayo since hinahabol si Iris?
yep.
Oh wait, I forgot about that. Oof.
Hold on,
I
wow, sure, I got something in my eye.
I did an oopsie. Oh. Alright, bounty hunter pala siya. Oh wait, or maybe if I
Relax.
wait a minute, this is a
If you do happen to be you notice that you might have done an oopsie, and Sly realizes this, but he assures you very quickly. Relax again. My mission right now is just to save the girl who my client said she wants saving. Oh, Iris, I could care less about her bounty. Honestly, it seems like too much trouble. If you so happen to be her acquaintance, I won't ask you for any details regarding her. Because, like I said, I'm not doing her mission. All I'm interested in is in this mission. And from what I've gathered, your friend Iris here, her acquaintance, is just a victim rather than a culprit. He shows you. He points to a table that has like a map and puts down a few pictures. See these are photos I've taken discreetly uh, around the map. Uh, Girls knocked unconscious and some silhouette figures. I can never get a clear shot of them, but they're really tiny. It might just be a perspective thing, but I can almost swear they're goblins. But that's silly. You look at Sly funnily because you know those are definitely goblins in the silhouette most likely, but you decide to leave it alone. Anyway, uh, I've noticed all the girls getting captured all seem to localize around one specific area, as well as based on the backgrounds of the girls. They're all they're all typically criminals and or prostitutes. And might I say, they're quite the good lookers at that. So that tells me a lot about the criminal, who is most likely a male and has some goonies doing his job for him. And, like I said, I've circulated down and managed to track down one of these people, and that where these girls are going seems to be in this abandoned apartment building here, and that is the place I'm going to be infiltrating. It's apparently set to be demolished sometime soon, but it keeps getting delayed for some unknown reason. And for now, it seems to be the hideout of a potentially perverted criminal, and might be where the missing persons have been going. So, yeah, we're raiding that place. So, if we're gonna raid this place together, we need to familiarize ourselves with our abilities. Does that sound good to you? He asks.
Yes.
Alright, then I'll start so I can earn your trust a little bit. I figured I might want to do that. So, put it simply, I'm a bounty hunter that specializes in being conniving and stealthy. I'm not exactly much of a fighter, but I am pretty good at doing stealth in ledger domain and helping the most for that with me. I've got knives, I've got a gun, I've got a kit full of thievery tools, and I have a gift of fate. And I can assume you also have one, don't you? A gift of fate.
Gift of fate.
It's your special ability. In my case, he laughs. Feast your eyes. It's a rather good find I found. I call it RAZZMATAZZ. He suddenly brings out a cloak, or rather, he takes off his cloak and reveals it's actually his gift of fate. If I cover myself entirely with this cloak, watch. He covers himself with the cloak, and suddenly it's as if he was never there to begin with. Surprised? I can turn myself invisible, but only for 18 seconds. Of course, I can give this cloak to someone else, and they too can turn invisible. But preferably, I would want that to never happen. So, how about you? I know for a fact you have one. I couldn't help notice that book you were clutching to when I saved you back there in that dark alleyway.
Right, there's a visible cloak in the book.
Eh? What?
So it was a gift of fate, a precision in death. Ay, hindi pala, akala ko may invisible din na ability. Never mind. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, Sly in his items. If you look at Sly's character sheet, he has RAZZMATAZZ. That's his gift of fate.
Yeah.
And if you go closer to the personal info, to the profile, you can see the gift of fate. Just like you. You also have a gift of faith description in your profile, which is Forbidden Codex. Because if you remember, that's
So,
like the magic system in this world.
okay.
So, do you trust to share what your ability is to this guy?
Okay. I show
You know for
him.
sure now that you have more than reason that you have a reason to help out Sly here, other than just thanking him and returning the favor. You know Iris is involved, so you should
Okay.
probably help him out.
Okay. So, probably spells and cut trip now.
Huh?
Yung i-share ko sa kanya, spells and cut trip na ako.
All right. So you share what your forbidden codex can do. Hmm. Volatile dark magic. A little destructive, but it might just be what we need to pull this off successfully. The two of us may make a great team yet.
Yee.
Alright, let's fast forward to when the infiltration will is actually gonna happen now. I am kind of just winging a lot of stuff because I've forgotten mostly what I'm doing. Apologies if this session's a bit slow and all over the place right now.
It's fine. It's been 1 month na hindi tayo nakalaro. So
It
it's
sure
fine.
has been. Huh, really? This is all my notes say. Alright, looks like I was planning to wing this from the very beginning to begin with. Yes, that's way too many begins. Alright, so, uh, the apartment is in sight. It looks normal for the most part. The two of you are hiding somewhere where you can see it. Sly has like a telescope, I guess, probably conveniently to scout the building. There's no people coming in and out, but at the same time, the street surrounding the apartment is very empty, making your making having to hide yourselves as being demons not all that difficult. So the only problem now is the whole infiltration thing. Hold on, let me make a roll. Okay, he has bonuses on all of them anyway, so uh, hmm. And I'll make you roll for it. Sly is scouting out the thing to see what he can find just from the interior, trying to find any windows that might give info. So I want you to roll perception for Sly. It's a D20 and he has a +3 on it.
Perception.
Yes, it's a +3 D20. That's really all you need to know.
Okay. 16 plus 3, so that's 19.
All right.
I, mm,
Uh, Sly grits his teeth and turns to you and reports what he's been able to find. I gotta
Oh,
hold on.
that is, it's fine.
Right, so oh sure, prompting. Uh, Sly talks to you. Alright, I got a bit of good news and bad news. Starting with the bad news, there's practically no windows we can peer through in this apartment. Any window seems to have been covered by debris by now, but I have managed to find an entrance we can go to. And honestly, from what I can tell, it doesn't seem like the place is trapped in the least. At the very least, if there are gonna be traps, it's going to be natural ones, like debris and other dangerous things that might come from the apartment being at the state that it is. But otherwise, there really is barely any sign that someone's lived there. I'm afraid if we need to know more info regarding this building, we will just have to go inside. But the threat of doing that is not that dangerous. I'd say we can just head right in. Me personally, I can just go invisible and run away if I need to. But as for you, what do you think? How should we go about entering this building? That's your cue to share your opinions.
Manifest minor one design is too much fun.
Should be the song I'm looking for, right?
Cause incomes tremors, creating testiness nuns that reject. Cause, oh wait,
Eh?
since it's abandoned building, sa window, sa window kami papasok.
Hmm?
Or
No. There's an entrance. He already said most of the windows are like covered, and like there aren't really any windows for the apartment to begin with, it seems.
there's only a door.
Yes.
Okay, so
Here it is.
by the way, is the door closed or unlocked?
Uh, it's unlocked. Sly already mentioned it's like the best and safest entrance, secure entrance you guys can use to go inside.
Okay. And probably we'll just enter sneakily.
Alright.
Sneakily.
You decide you agree with Sly and that the two of you will enter, but you do so sneakily. Sly shrugs with a smile and says, Alright, alright. We were already planning on being sneaky to begin with. And so the two of you, sticking close to each other, head inside the building, keeping watch and ensuring none of the building will suddenly collapse on you. Slowly, quietly, and carefully, you tread through the building and finally manage to get yourself inside. Surprisingly, although uh, unsurprisingly, the place is very broken and tattered and very much looks abandoned and unlivable. But to your surprise, some of there are still a few places that look somewhat pristine, as if they've been used. And there's even some electronical appliances, like light bulbs, that still work, albeit flickering. Although you guys are infiltrating in the broad of daylight, as I already stated, there really aren't any windows to display. So as a result, apart from the few places that have flickering lights as a result of the working light bulbs, the place is mostly pitch dark. Hold on, does that actually matter for you too? You guys are demons, and if I remember correctly, the D&D loves giving everyone dark vision.
Yep, meron akong dark vision 60 feet.
You do? Let me check.
Yeah. If I remember correctly.
Yep,
Nabasa
it
ko
does indeed say there that you have dark vision. So, freaking, as you guys get deeper inside and you get farther away from the door and things become darker, save for the few areas that are bright, Sly comments, "Dang, this place is dark. How are we ever gonna navigate this place?" To which you reply, "The darkness concerns you?" Or something along those lines. And then Sly looks at you funnily. "Wait, are you one of those are you one of those demons that have dark vision?" To which you simply nod. And then he's like, "Dang. Then in that case, uh, how should we go about this? I mean, you don't seem like you'll mind, but I have some flashlights. I got some electronic lanterns to light the place up. But since you don't need them and they might be potentially dangerous if you think there's people here." Oh, by the way, you two are whispering. Most likely. The whispers still somewhat echo, but for the most part, it should be a safe way of communicating with each other since you guys are close enough anyway. Uh, should I should I carry lights? How do we navigate this place? It does seem like your typical apartment, hallways, and then doors that lead to rooms. We entered from the entrance, so there was just the visitors area, and then now there's and then yeah. We might find a map somewhere, but nothing wrong with just blindly exploring the rooms and hoping we find something good.
Both naman meron dark vision. As I remember in my memory, I hit my mind. But yeah, you can use flashlights to see it more clearly. Para times 10 yung vision. Like, times 1
Yeah,
vision.
your dark vision is up to 60 feet, but you're colorblind in the darkness. You can see, but you can't distinguish colors. That is the only flaw of dark vision. Honestly, I fucking hate it. If I could, I'd just remove your dark vision, but I'm not going to, because I'm not that petty. I am petty, but I'll let it off this time.
Yeah, we're gonna use flashlight.
Alright, so Sly takes out his lantern. So now you guys have 60 feet or around 30 meters, I believe. No, not 30 meters. 30 feet, 25 feet is 10, 20 meters of light, I guess. Yeah, why the frick is this in, it should say 20 meters because I'm using metrics for everything. Why is that somehow still in imperial? Let me change that right now. There, much better. At least for me. Not sure about you, but it is for me. Anyway. You know, I don't actually know how an apartment typically looks like interior-wise, but I'm gonna say you guys have narrow hallways to deal with, 5 meters in width, and 10 meters, I'll say, in height. And there's doors leading to rooms separated by 10-meter wide gaps. So the apartment complex has some very small rooms, you gather,
Probably
as you
checking.
walk through the narrow corridor. As you guys are exploring, the place really is nothing too special. Uh, Sly almost gets the feeling of wanting to sneeze from all the dust he's been inhaling so far. But since that's dangerous, he's been holding it in so far as well as he can. Along uh, the apartment is not that hard to navigate. There aren't any extreme turns you have to deal with, and it's been a mostly straightforward and relaxing journey. Along the way, Sly did find uh, a map of the apartment. Uh, it's an escape drill map in case fire and stuff ever breaks loose. You know, because most buildings have floor plans detailing fire escape routes and stuff. Although the place is mostly leveled now, it's still helpful info to have. And in terms of the rooms, most of them just don't have anything interesting on them. They're all the same looking rooms, except some are very destroyed and some are very, very destroyed and empty. But finally, uh, unable to get past the second floor, the two of you decide to go back to the first floor and realize that according to the floor plans, there is a basement, and it is here where things get very interesting. Uh, Sly accidentally kicks something metallic, and it makes a loud noise. And in seeming response to this loud noise, the two of you hear someone or something. It doesn't seem to be a human or a demon, but it makes some gargling noise as if noticing your presence. The two of you look at each other in shock and horror. There's someone here and they've noticed you, and it'll most likely be no good if you guys get caught. Wherever they are, they're still far away, and you have plenty of time to react so far, but you don't have much time to do much, it seems. So, response.
Okay, so probably I'm just gonna malayo pa, di ba? Naman.
Yes. The noise
So I'll
the noise sounded like it was just an echo, an after echo. So it was still really far away. Yeah, you guys have your lights on. Although there are a few working lights, all of them are flickering, but your light will still definitely be noticeable because it isn't flickering.
there's two ways I can do is probably the good way or the dumb way. So
What are those ways? Mind telling me?
my first plan is probably the dumb way was to cause a distraction. You know, parang create a sound to make those people nag-create ng sound closer to us. Yun yung first plan ko. Hindi ko yun magawa. Pero second plan ko naman is yung good lang is probably gonna create a minor illusion. Okay, what's good about this minor illusion is I'll put it far away, kung malayo. If someone reacted to the illusion, tapos lumapit doon, probably yung minor illusion can be an object, right?
Uh-huh.
So,
As long as it's in 2 by 2 by 2 meters in size.
okay. So, probably I place a trap. Probably I'm gonna make a mirror illusion of gold. You know how everybody likes money, so kachi.
I see. It was a metallic sound.
It's either I'm gonna make a trap or just gonna create a sound, make a distraction.
Choose. You can't do all of your plans, dumb included, all at once. I'll only allow you to choose from one of your ideas. I'll let you know they're all pretty good, honestly. Of course, you're gonna need to roll for them.
Yep. So probably I'm just gonna use, let's use the dumb way. So I might use a thaumaturgy. Or how do you spell this? How do you pronounce this?
Thaumaturgy?
Thaumaturgy. There's following magical effects dito na range.
Huh?
Yeah, I can create an instantaneous sound that originates from the point of your choice within range, such as rumble of thunder,
Thaumaturgy. 12 meters.
Meron naman mga doors dyan, di ba?
Yeah, you are still in the hallways and there are still the doors. Your voice booms up to 3 times. Flames to flicker. Harmless tremors in the ground. Instantaneous sound originates from a point of your choice within range. Simultaneously cause an unlocked door to fly open or slam shut. Is that what you're going for?
Yep.
The door?
Yep. We're gonna hide communicate and gonna use my what do you call this? Thaumaturgy. There you go. Thaumaturgy.
Alright.
To make. Okay.
You guys
But
quickly.
first we're gonna hide first.
You guys quickly decide on that plan. Sly immediately shuts down his lamp, and the two of you hide in 2 separate rooms and wait patiently. As soon as the noise of the voices get louder and clearer, you wait until that happens. Rather. And you notice with your dark vision silhouettes of tiny creatures with rather pointy ears and noses. You have no time to confirm whether those are once again the goblins that killed you. But you do know that you have to get them away here, so focusing on the dark magics you've been blessed with, you try to do a little bit of trolling.
You'll make them scare their feet. Ooh, mommy.
Alright, so suddenly the doors slam, the open doors close, and then the doors that are closed open, and you visibly notice the tiny goblin creature-like things react startled by this. And then it happens again. This time the doors that you opened closed and the doors that you closed opened. It happens slowly at first, like only every 3 seconds, but it keeps getting faster until eventually it's like happening every other second. And you notice they're making noises that are like them being afraid. I'm gonna have them roll to see if they shit their pants with disadvantage. Okay then, they shit their pants. Hold on, let me double check, although I'm sure it worked. Yep, they shit their pants and they run away. Uh, After waiting a while and ensuring that you're safe, the two of you come back and reconvene. It's a little sad that you weren't able to get a good look on who the people who could have seen you were, but at least you guys are still unseen for now. Yikes, that was pretty scary. What's up with that? Sly said. They didn't seem like humans, nor did they look like demons of any kind. Not that I know of. What What are your thoughts on this entire scenario that happened just now?
Hmm. I sh- I will I will tell. I don't. Hmm. Probably should told him na those are something similar creatures that I encountered that you found me
Alright, so
fainted.
you try to tell Sly that those might have been goblins, but Sly once again only laughs at you. Oh, come on, man. I'm sure there's a logical and scientific explanation for this. Maybe it's, I don't know, a gift of fate ability, maybe. Maybe they're tiny robots created by someone via an ability a magical ability of some kind. There's no way such things as goblins exist. Not today. They're actually gonna tell me there's dragons inside dungeons and that Cthulhu is real. Anyway, leaving who those people might be, I need to. Sly looks down at the ground. Because remember, he kicked something, and that's what caused all this trouble you guys had to deal with in the first place happened. And lo and behold, Sly finds it, and you look at it. It's a can, Sly says, and you look closer, and it is indeed a can. It's an it's an opened canned food. It looks like it's only been recently opened. It's a can of spam, and it's been eaten empty, but you can still smell. And looking at the expiration date, it was just recently purchased as well, along with being only recently eaten, which confirms to the two of you that someone is indeed living here. As the two of you continue once again to explore this underground part of the apartment, and the frequency of these cans uh, start to increase more and more. You see more and more cans of spam. Sly remarks, well, someone really likes their spam, huh? Uh, and as you guys continue going through this hallway, suddenly you hear a voice. It's the voice of a woman. And to you in particular, Astrinius, it sounds familiar. It's a low, pathetic, and weak groan, but you can make out clearly what the groan is saying and who the voice might belong to. And it says, "Help! Help!" And it seems to be coming from one of the nearby doors, which you've noticed by now are no longer wooden doors but are rather metallic cage prison-like cell doors. And you can't open them anymore.
Sheesh.
At least not without lockpicking. So,
Hmm.
what does Astrinius think? or do?
If you can break it through, if you can break it with knowledge, break it with force. So I might use. Oh wait.
Eh? You're gonna go to where you think the source of the voice came from and smash it open? A friendly reminder that, as I said, the doors are metallic now,
Oh.
and as I've already established, metal makes loud noises when touched loudly with force.
Hmm.
I am drawing a pee-pee
Uh,
with my pointer to pass the time.
Teething knives. So on back.
Also, another friendly reminder, since it seems you're forgetting this, but it's obvious enough anyway that I think you should know, Sly is a freaking criminal that has lockpicks.
Yeah. Ngayon ko lang napansin sa character. With my teething knife.
So,
Teething knives.
what do you two do?
I'll let Sly unlock the iron door.
Alright, you at the noise of the voice, you tell Sly to hurry up and follow you. You guys arrive at the door. You know for certain is where the thingy is where the source of the voice is coming from. There are like peeking holes for the metal doors, but for some reason, even with your dark vision, you can't make out what's on the other side. So you have to open the door, and Sly confidently says, "I got this." Takes out his lockpick, and no need to roll because you guys aren't really in any danger. I mean, spoilers, you aren't in any danger, but no use making you roll and making you think there's danger at this point in the game, I think. So, yeah, just auto success. After a while, Sly manages to pick the lock, and the two of you open the door carefully and cautiously. Sly notices you notice nearby, I mean, rather, you're the one with dark vision. Nearby the entrance is a switch, most likely a light switch, so you waste no time and open it. And what you find inside horrifies both of you. Inside the room, which no longer resembles the apartment rooms you guys have grown used to seeing during your explorations. This looked more like a prison dungeon. It reeked of piss and blood, and at the other end of the entrance, on the very edge, on a wall, shackled in chains, is a familiar woman that you recognize. She is bereft of her usual bratty demeanor and frustratingly good looks, only having her blue hair, but not much else because she's kind of naked. It's freaking Iris. She's being held captive. You recognize who she is. Sly also recognizes who she is, but in a different way, just knowing she's one of the missing persons. But you know that this is the Iris that beat you easily. She was somehow captured and put in this state, meaning whoever did this to her was cunning and powerful, and fear immediately envelops your body. The light temporarily blinds Iris, but she soon enough looks at you. Uh, you can't really see what she's feeling, but you notice her mouth moves and she speaks. She says clearly, although slowly, "Turn around," she says. Cautiously, with Sly following first and you following Iris's command later. The two of you turn around and you see a gigantic, fat, humanoid creature. Although humanoid, it's clearly not human. But a giant fat guy is now standing behind you, blocking your way out of the room you guys found yourselves in. And with that, to be continued. Because
No worries. Yeah, I
it's
was
been
ready to beat the fat bastard.
it's been 1.5 hours now, and that is typically our play session. So, how was
It
that?
was good.
Be able
It
to
was
play
good.
again after so long. Yeah, I had fun as well, even if it was a bit messy
Great.
and a bit stressful for me.
Sorry,
Yeah, so
probably
when
nag-improve
are
ka lot.
we? Hmm? Yeah, you go first.
Nag-improve. Nag-improvise ka lot.
I sure did. So, in terms of scheduling, when are we gonna play next? Do you think?
Wanna do the schedule I do sa exercise ko. Like,
Yeah, let's make sure you can do everything that you want, but that we both have time. So I'm willing to adjust my schedule around other people. It's easier for me that way than trying to
well,
make other people align to my schedule. Because
pero
I'm just that nice.
ikaw first, ano yung suggestion mo? Yung suggestion ko sana para ma, ma-continue yung session natin. Kasi kung 1 week, minsan malimutan ko yung story.
So you think it'll be better if we play more than once a week? I am definitely down for that.
Yeah. Saka mas ma-progress yung story natin. Session din natin.
Alright, so what do you suggest?
Every other day, like rest day, session, rest day, session, like that.
Hmm.
Or,
Honestly, I have from my experience, to you that seems great as a player, but to me, a schedule like that is very stressful because it means if I'm not the time I spent not playing must be spent preparing for next session, which can be very stressful and leads to burnout to me very quickly. So that averages out as like 3 sessions per week. So how? What about I suggest Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, three times a week.
yeah, okay yun.
All right. If that is agreeable with you, then I will set the schedule. Oh, well, what about the time? Is it still the same? 20 o'clock hanggang
Or
8
pwede
p.m.
gawin
hanggang
natin,
9:30.
kung okay sa'yo, Friday and Sunday. Okay sa'yo?
Uh, yeah, that works for me.
Same bukas exercise. Kaya lang. Um, bukas Thursday, exercise. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, may workout pala ako sa Saturday. So, parang sa katawan ko. So, Friday and Sunday. Good?
Friday and Sunday. Yeah, that works for me.
Okay.
2 sessions per week is still good. It's a fine balance for me, I'd say.
Parang, yeah. So, 8 to 9:30 pa din? 1 hour?
Yeah, if that's okay with you, I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. All right, then let me write down in the schedule, game schedule thingy.
Okay.
There. I've written down our next games date, if that is okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe that is Friday and Sunday. Yeah. All right. So that was very fun and stuff. So I'm gonna go now. See you next game session.
Okay. Same, same.
Yeah.
Bye
See
bye.
ya.